What's up, guys? I'm Joe.
Oh, and I'm Blair.
And you're
on the air with Joe and Blair. Woo!
The topic for today is politics.
Definitely not. No. We just play. You already know.
Oh, shit. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Actually, the topic today is about Corona and the Modelo virus.
Modelo virus.
Oh, let me stop for somebody's like, actually, one of my friends just got it, asshole.
I saw a thing on YouTube, though, that it's the CDC warned that it's like, oh, it's going to get a lot worse. It's like, oh.
Yeah, someone said that Alabama and Nebraska are taking in people right now to try to assess. And I'm like, gosh, dang it, Nebraska, because we are, pretty up there for medical stuff. So.
Yeah.
But dang.
It's getting scary.
I don't think I want to go back home for a while. Let me die.
There's cases in California, too, but I don't know how we deal with that in the U.S.
All right. Well, let's be honest. You guys are not here for our cute, adorable faces. So, without further ado, please help me welcome to the couch, Rob. Right? Bam. What's up, man? What's up?
Good,
what's up?
How's it going?
Yes.
Don't do this.
Camera.
What's up, guys?
Camera.
What's up? Oh, camera.
Yes. Got the wide shot. Got your shot.
Cool.
Mine and Joe.
That's right.
Damn.
Automatic.
We are deep. This setup is amazing, guys. This is so dope.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
This is super sick.
Yes.
You guys should, if you guys were here, it's a whole different experience. Like on my live, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But they got the whole ring lights. They got
almost
two.
two.
They got the umbrellas. They got everything.
We got the big, huge like
the
staff. We got the production team in the back. Turn to it, it's like nobody. How do you guys control the cameras? It's all through a system.
That's cool,
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Cool.
Everything is controlled by this. So when you talk, it shifts to you.
What?
Everything. So yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Yo, who set this up? Or you guys both set it up?
It was all Joe. Not
Damn,
gonna lie.
Joe, you
All about that
a
tech.
techie guy? What's up?
Yeah.
Your background? Can we start at questions already? Or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, how did you? What's your background? Like, what?
Technical theater.
Yeah?
So exactly all this stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I work at USC full time.
Oh,
doing
shit.
This kind of stuff too.
Cool.
I love it, man. I love
Yeah.
it.
That's super awesome. I mean, this is like I've been to different ones, and this is like legitly set up. Like they got these are 4K or they're
These are only, we're working on it.
Okay.
We're balling on a budget here. We got webcam.
you should see
but
this
that
shit
one's
like
good.
buying on budget, but this is like super impressive, dude. Like
Thank you,
this is some
Thank you.
super jerry rig. I'm kidding. This a wide got the
You know
whole.
what's crazy is when people watch the show, they're always like, "Oh man, nice studio," and I'm just like, "Man, if only they knew it was just an apartment."
Yeah,
They always come here, they're like, oh, it looked a lot bigger on
yeah.
I love this space. I don't care. This is sick. I'm with
Thank
it.
you.
I'm
Thank
totally with
you.
it. I love this.
Well, let's get straight to it, man.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, man.
Where do I
Your
start?
Instagram
So
right up here.
Bam.
cool.
Instagram.
Oh, boom! There's my handle.
MTV Video Music Award winner.
Whoop whoop.
You know, no big deal. Go ahead.
Oh, cool! You got the whole thing. That's cool.
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
man. So I guess where do I start? I'll start from now till.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm a creative producer, and I started as a designer, then art director, then creative director in the industry for theatrical advertising.
Okay.
Doing key art, which is movie posters.
Yeah.
So touched almost every feature film they could think of, and then won a lot of awards and
Nice.
won a lot of like accounts as far as like some key art, some standees, and if you guys don't know what that is, those are basically these 3D corrugate figurines inside the movie theaters and the lobbies, and also in different like events. Mm-hmm. So
Nice.
we were like the company I work for would produce like 90% of that worldwide. And I started in the industry when I was 17. So I knew what I wanted to do.
Straight out of high school.
Straight out. Yeah, well, I was still in high school.
Oh,
yeah. And yeah, so straight out of high school.
Right.
And then from there, I just started doing a bunch of campaigns, design work. What else? Like then from there, I started my own agency when I was 25 or so. And after learning all this, like the back end, the design, different types of departments, and then from there, I'm like, dude, I could curse, right? I'm like, fuck it, I gotta do it. I gotta jump. They warned me before too. They told me like I could curse, but I still have to ask for some reason.
Yeah,
you never know.
Let's beep that out.
I got my hand on the right here.
He's got a soundboard and that's it.
Oh yeah. Don't worry, we got.
Yo, what's the wildest sound effect? Oh yeah, that's dope. That's what I love.
Wait, what else do we have?
We got crickets,
And then
I think I got applause.
Okay, yeah, we need more of those. Yeah, positive reinforcement. That's what's up.
all live, baby, all
Yo.
live in the moment.
In the moment.
Wait, so tell me more about this creative director stuff. Are you like hands-on working with Photoshop and all?
Yeah,
that too?
for sure. So I started doing, which I still
We
do.
need help with Photoshop.
Have you ever need help with?
We need help. We need to figure out. Teach us.
I will totally do that. That's what I do. I actually do tutorials and teach people. And like,
dope.
I do a lot of Photoshop, Illustrator, the whole creative suite, Cinema 4D, which is a 3D program.
Oh,
Nice.
that was the thing that we
What else? Now
talked about.
I'm learning. What's that? The AR VR program. That's a 3D program. There's
Unity. Or?
Unity. Yeah, I just downloaded that and start learning that.
Damn.
Versus what is it? Real Engine? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Unreal Engine.
Unreal Engine. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See those in games all the time.
Yeah.
Those in games.
So like I'm gonna do Unity since it feels a little bit more user friendly interface.
It does.
And see what's up with that. So I just want to test out. I love testing and pushing different software, and it's just like seeing what you could do, what you can't do, and then if you can't do it,
Same
like
here,
there's always
man.
hacks or ways around
Yeah.
it, or you could just do like separate renderings and you layer things in Photoshop and in different programs. So like there's so many ways to do like cool shit if you just know how to just do the basics and you layered it properly and you present it the right way.
Yeah. Do you like
So,
After Effects?
I love After Effects. Yeah, for sure.
That's what we do most of our stuff in here.
Yeah, shout out to Video Copilot, Andrew Kramer. He's the industry secret right there. No, but now he's doing like a lot of like Star Wars campaigns and stuff like that, and like movies. I'm sorry, in VFX. So like he's moving into like theatrical now versus just like tutorials and being that freemium model, and then also you pay for it. But shout out to him. It's super dope.
Let's pull up his what he has.
Yes.
Little project he's working on right now.
Oh, what am I working on? Oh shit, this is my creative agency.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as we're going down, you want to kind of explain?
Yeah, for sure.
we're
So
seeing
this
right
creative
now?
agency is the recent one. I had the first one I started was called Elite Visions.
Okay.
And I'll tell you a story about that. But this one's Creative Alliance and Associates. This hasn't been really fully active because then I started producing on my own, and my business partner started doing his own thing.
Okay.
But we still use it when we have like big projects. And
Okay.
but it's just kind of like it's like almost like instead of a full-time agency now, it's like we just whenever we have big projects together, we use this entity.
Yeah,
And then
for
I'm gonna eventually not just like use Creative Alliance, not Associates, but just Creative Alliance for my brand, which I've been building, which is the Be Creator brand.
Awesome.
So yeah, this stuff that you're seeing, are they able to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
It's
that's
all
where it's
live.
going.
Yeah, they see
Yeah,
it.
that's cool. I just
Yeah,
want to make sure
everything
like,
you see up
because
there,
I feel
they
like I'm
see.
pointing at things, but it's like,
I mean-
like who knows the fuck I'm pointing at?
As we are talking,
So I'm right now I'm pointing at like we did a bunch of. Oh shit,
it's happening right now.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I love this.
It's a little bit laggy.
Has a little delay. It's all right.
But
It's cool.
Yeah, so
That's dope.
So it's happening right
This
now.
is so cool. The setup is so dope. I love this.
And we got the people in the chat right there.
Oh, really?
Somebody
Oh,
said Cinema 4D is awesome.
oh, what's
There you
up,
go.
guys? Yeah, shout out to Cinema 4D, Maxim.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's real gangster.
Everyone
nerds
that's
out there.
Everyone that has no idea, like,
Yeah.
oh, this is where I lost.
Exactly.
Yes.
So all your followers, I just reduced it to like a 2. So there you go. You're
All right,
welcome.
we'll see you guys next week. Boy.
Oh man.
I noticed that what you this agency worked with. I think it has Star Wars in it.
Yeah, so this is my agency
and
that me
they-
and my partner start with.
Yeah,
So there's
so you
stuff that
guys-
combined
I
from my
love Star
previous
Wars.
agency, and then plus like the new accounts that we're getting together. Previous agency, business partner embezzled the money, and there's a lot of things that happen, and I learned life lessons, and I started. They tried to kick me out of my own company, and I built it since I was and whatever. The
Yeah.
inception was since junior high, and
Yeah.
this whole ordeal. I'm like, oh man, cool. So I learned, and then from there, I'm like, all right, let me try again, and this was it. And then we're doing really well. And then I
beautiful,
went
man.
through
I love to
some,
hear that.
yeah, and then I
Love to hear
went through
that.
some crazy shit and some mental health stuff and depression, alcohol, which I would love to talk about more too and later,
Yes.
and suicide. And then, but then I got myself back together, and now here I am, just kind of like sharing. I love teaching people creative, and everybody could be a creative. Like you could, from music
agree.
to anything.
I agree.
And especially the biggest advocate that I am is for women, because they're the biggest creatives in the world. They create, they literally birth you into life.
Yeah.
So like I my focus mainly, most of my clients now are like women that want to do creative, or they're business women or entrepreneurs, and I help them go to the next level, or to the next step. And then from there, I also help male demographic, but with tutorials and like photography, Photoshop, finishing, retouching, more
Yeah.
like theatrical stuff to make it like movie like, and title treatments,
Ooh, I
all
like
that kind of
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
anything
like
you think of, I've touched or I've done. Illustrations, 3D, whatever. Like I just love creating shit with different software, different things. It's amazing. That's my jam.
Hell yeah.
That's what
Hell yeah.
Joe does. You do
Yep.
3D renderings.
Oh, yeah?
Except for a lot of mine are in like I work a lot in theater, so like all like drafting and stuff like that kind of 3D. But like
So you have the
Cinema 4D
rigs and all that stuff, the lighting rigs and stuff like that.
Yep,
in your, yeah.
yep,
Okay. Cool.
yep. So like you can actually see the beam architecture and exactly what it would look like in real life.
Exactly.
And stuff. But yeah, getting into Cinema 4D, that's like I tried to touch it, my computer couldn't handle it at the time, so I'm like, I'll come back to it.
Now we
how it
got
was
a
for me
new.
too.
Yeah.
I got a new one.
Yep,
A
yep.
little
So,
faster.
hopefully.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
dope.
So, what's current project you working on right now?
Right now, current project, I am on the trajectory on April 25th or 24th to break the world Guinness record for most radio interviews conducted in a 24-hour period with Mike Live with Dash Radio at their new headquarters in Hollywood.
Holy shit.
So that's what we're doing. So I'm EPing it, executive producing it. So I'm building like, I'm getting all the sponsors together, all the celebrities. He has his own connection with celebrities and stuff too. With the Lakers and stuff like that, and we're trying to get Kobe on there, but rest in peace.
Yes.
So all that kind of stuff, but we're still gonna get, we're still gonna make that happen. So we're on trajectory right now. Like right now, we're just being greenlit for the fact if it's gonna be on the 25th or not.
Okay.
So like now
It's happening.
Yeah,
We just
we
gotta
already
figure
got
out that
approval from
date.
Guinness record. Like we already got through the application. We applied how we wanted to make it happen, given the logistics, and
Yeah.
now they approved it. They're like, all right, cool, green light, and told us the specs of how to do and what not to do, and what would be considered breaking a record, and then also
And
what
this
are
record
unique
is
questions.
longest what?
Longest. Most interviews conducted in 24 hours, and the record is like 300. It's 370, I think, and we're going for 400.
That's crazy that one person
Can we be
thought.
one of the interviews?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
1,000%. We're gonna, yes, you can.
That's crazy that
Yeah,
one
just yes,
some-
on record.
to
be a part
it's
of it.
live.
Yeah, yeah,
you
it's
can't take it back. You can't take it back.
yeah,
Watch
yeah.
something happen. No, you can't. Like, bro, we got it.
Well, I know you guys calling me and about that. I don't know. Like I must have been through some
There
emotional
was
thing.
some
Yeah.
stuff, like,
I was just excited. I was in the moment. I just
Right.
didn't want to say no. Like no, I would tell tell you no if it's a no. Like, yeah, for sure.
No,
Down.
I would love
So
that.
for your company, how many people are part of the team, or is it just you? The whole show?
Right now, for Creative Alliance and Associates, it's me and Kevin Daly.
Okay.
But he's doing his own thing because he's a director of photography. So he's been working a lot of feature films and commercials. So he's staying busy with that. And
So you guys do multiple projects. As
yeah,
well.
and I've been more producing. I want to venture out more on the producing and executive producing end.
Nice.
So that's so I've been doing a lot of like theatrical releases and short films and indies. So I've been helping. Right now, what I'm doing now is I'm helping small studios fund their projects by creating decks or connecting them with the right people to get them, like, whether it be talent or whether it be other producers or line producers or other talent DPs, directors, writers. So that's my network. My network since I've been in this since I was 17 and I'm 33 now. I've been just going hard, and then like I'm a people person, so I like to connect with everybody. That's how I connect.
That's what we met. We met at Tilly's.
Yeah, Tilly's.
We just started talking, and then he was telling me what he did, and I was like, "Oh, I do the show. Can I get you on?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
like,
and,
cool.
and it was crazy to me. Let me say this: like, he booked me like it was like 3 months, like 2-3 months
that's
ahead.
more fun. Yeah.
Because of that, I'm like, yo, that's dope. Like usually, like it's like next week
so
or whatever.
I've learned that you have to get on people's schedule in LA, and so I just a lot of people can do like a moment's notice, but I want to give people time.
Yeah.
And so everything, I know our June is not booked, but I like last year, I was booking out people like 6 months in advance.
Okay.
And I told them, I was like, I know it's far in advance, but just put me down.
Yeah.
And if something comes up as we get closer, then we just reschedule. Just
Yeah.
put me down, please. Oh, okay. And it worked out. Like,
It's
and that was the one thing people were like, hey man, you like hit me up like 2 months ago about this year. I'm like, look, man.
And you
got
actually
you.
followed up. It's so awesome. And like
got to, man.
to that, I think because I was like, I live by the moment, man. Like I'm like I do schedule and I plan, and I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And that was like my life because I was just so like about the company, and it was just like everything had to be on a schedule and everything was like parallel and all that kind of stuff, and time management and all that kind of stuff. But then after my cuckoo-ness, after being a lot of alcohol, drugs, whatever, I went on this fucking like just journey a whole year of just like loving myself and figuring myself out and not being a victim and just being like, all right, owning up to all the shit, like the good and the bad stuff.
Yeah.
So in that period, which is still here or the tail end of it, like it's like when you tell me, oh, like, what are you going to do tomorrow or next week? And I'm like, I don't have a clear answer for you.
Yeah.
Let alone, like, oh, let me book you for the next, in 2 months. And I'm like, and I said yes, because I'm going to do it. But I think, honestly, if maybe you were somebody else with a different personality and that I didn't like you, I just would be like, I'll just cancel it, man, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're such a, like, you have like a good and you have good energy and you're a good person and I could tell I don't even know you for that long at all.
Yeah, right.
We
don't know each other.
Yeah. But those interactions and I don't need a lot. I just need like a couple seconds with you and I can read you and you're probably the same way.
Man.
I'm an empath, so like I'm like, yo, like okay, I feel the energy.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't even know what the hell your show was about. But I'm like, I'm with it. Like, like if you're a part of it, like of course I'll support whatever.
Thank you. I've had people, mention that if you didn't follow up, I probably would have let go. And I'm like, nah.
No, yeah.
I always tell people, like, as soon as I book them, I'm like, yeah, well, I'll follow up when we get closer. There's actually, I posted a video on my Instagram and someone was like, hey, man, can I get on this? I was like, cool, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, can I book you for May 20th? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, yeah, just tune in tonight, check it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll follow it when I get closer. And sure enough, we'll hit them up like 2 weeks before.
Really?
And make sure. I think next week we have a guest that is coming from Vegas, and she contacted me. She's a singer from Vegas, and we met one time at an audition. But I was kind of like happy because it was like someone reached out to like us to be on the show. Like I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, sure, let's get you on. And she hit me up like in December, and I have her down for like next week.
That's sick.
But it's like I'm bringing it up
because
in
Vegas or just an audition here?
Out here. She came from Vegas. We, shared Instagrams and that was pretty much it. But the fact that I booked her out like 2 months in advance, And then so we're gonna see if she comes next week.
It just feels very professional too, just that scheduling, because I'm used to that type of scheduling. Like when all right, there's a feature that we're gonna have to promote, release, market, whatever. So like we get slates like 2 years in advance, 3 years, stuff like that. So like I'm used to that, and I love that professionalism. So I think that's why it resonated to me that it was too much. And I'm like, at that time of my life, I was like,
who's this kid? What? Okay, sure. What do you do?
At that time of my life when I met you, I was just floating like a butterfly, like, oh, yo, the ADD, just like, okay, cool, I'll go there.
I'll
Like,
do that. And then I hit you up, and you're like, oh shit, yeah. Okay,
yeah,
wow.
this guy's for real.
Okay,
I'm with it.
That's what we're about to do. Let's get it. So let's just get into that time of kookiness.
Sure.
You know, what you had a high moment. I'm assuming life was good.
Totally.
And then
Yeah.
when did it hit?
So when
rock
I was
bottom?
really young, I started again, my development as a human being or as an adult was in a creative agency. I started when I was, again, 16, 17, around there, while I was in high school. So like my first, no, like not even my first sexual experience, but my first adult sexual experience, not have, like, I think I was 17 and I was with my mom and then like my best friend at the time. And I liked this accountant girl and at the agency. And I wasn't even of age. She was like 24 or something. And then we went to this Halloween party.
Shooting for the stars.
Yeah, exactly.
I will get this.
She was in accounting and she didn't know my age. And she was cutting my checks. And maybe because she saw the figures on the check, she was like, "Oh, this guy must be an adult. Like, he's making good money." And so,
Or she had a crush on you.
And I was like a little bit older, and I always carry myself more maturely, and I could talk to adult people, like all ranges and races. Yeah. So like, she probably didn't even blink an eye of an eye, just like question it, you know. And so anyway, we went out to like this holiday party. It was for Halloween, and she invited me to the club across the street because we were doing the agency sponsored party. Yeah. So it was our party. And then, but then she was like, "Oh, you want to come with me to the club across the street for Halloween?" And I'm like, and I had to make some bullshit excuse. I'm like, "Oh, you know what? I forgot my ID, whatever," because she didn't know my age. And then, long story short, she asked me like 2 or 3 times after that. So I'm like, "Yo, this girl's really with it. Like, I like her, and she's actually
you gotta get a fake ID now."
I'm like, "Yo, I gotta
hit up my cousins.
do this.
I need ID. I need ID."
Yeah, I'm like, "MacArthur Park, like, where you at?"
Please.
So, and then I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm like, I lied twice, and the third one, I'm like, "All right, fuck it, I'll go." Then my best friend was like, "Yo, you gotta go. I'm like, "Fuck it." So I go outside, but I didn't go to the club because I know they were gonna let me in. So what I told her, I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I'll meet you up afterwards when you're done, when you get out of the club, and I'll meet you and we'll link up and see whatever." But that time I cowered myself out, and like my friend drove me home. Yeah, and then I'm like, "All right, well, I'm about to go home. I have to meet my curfew. It was like 2 or whatever. I already passed my curfew. It was like, my mom is Hispanic, so
she was waiting to beat that ass.
My curfew was 7 p.m. Yeah, she was
waiting to beat that ass.
2 o'clock in the day.
Yeah, she got the chancla ready. All that kind of
stuff. Okay, mom, go ahead. In my life.
So I was still a kid, and I'm like, oh man, I was going home, and my best friend was like, "Yo, bro, like, you should have gone do it." He was scolding me. He's like, "You should have done it. You should have done it." I'm like, "No, bro, it's cool. Like, I don't need sex. Like, I don't need whatever. I don't need to grow up and develop. I'm cool. It's alright. Like, it's cool. You want sex? I don't want sex." And then she texts me at that moment. He's like, "Oh, I just got home." And she actually, we're in Sherman Oaks, right? Yeah. Oh, and she lives around here. So
we won't say no names. Like, no, keep that on lock.
And I didn't even have a car too at that time. So like, I didn't have a car.
So you had to call a homie?
So my homie he drove me, and he was like, I told him, "Oh, she just texted me and she asked me to come over." He's like, "Well," I'm like, "What should I do?" He's like, "Bitch, go."
You ready to go?
And so I'm like, "No, but my mom's gonna beat my ass. You have no idea." So I'm like, "Nah, I'm cool." And then he's like, "No, Rob, you gotta fucking go. You gotta be a fucking man. You gotta man up. Fuck your mom, what she thinks, all that kind of shit. You gotta man the fuck up." I'm like, "Fuck it.
You get one chance.
You get one chance right now.
So he drove me all the way, drove my little 17-year-old horny ass to the midst of the night. And then I come, and she's waiting for me at the doorstep, like, already. Little does she know I'm a 17-year-old. And she's fucking 24, 25, whatever the fuck she was. And like, she's Asian too. She didn't look that old. You know? She's like, and so she was like petite Asian. Like, I'm like, damn, she probably looked like she was 22 or some shit. But she had no idea that I was 17. So then after that, we hooked up. It was great. It was a wonderful experience. Then she drove my little happy 7-year-old ass to.
Still didn't know.
Still didn't know.
Okay.
Surprise!
Oh, I'll tell you about the surprise.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah. And then so she drove my ass to work, and back then I was a professional magician too. While I was so I worked at Hollywood Magic, Hollywood next to Hollywood Toys and Magic, in Hollywood Boulevard in Whitley.
Wait, that's Magic Castle? No, that's
that's separate.
That's separate.
Magic Castle
sorry.
is a membership for magicians, which I was a part of as well.
Damn.
But yeah, so like so I have a weird. You'll see the whole background. So she drove my ass over there to the fucking toys and Hollywood Toys and Costume. It's a magic shop. The 7-year-old. She little does she know, and I'm seeing it now. She probably fucking like put it all together like. I drove his 7-year-old ass to his job, to a toy shop, costume shop, magic shop. I had sex with this kid. Anyway, she dropped me off. I told the experience to everybody at the magic shop, and we're just all perking out about it. Like, I was like, "Yo, I just got laid by my dream girl, not dream girl, but like the girl that I wanted to at the agency. Fucking wicked, great. I'm a man." And then there was just, and I'm not this type of person that showboats or kisses and tells, but I totally kissed and tell that time. I'm like, I was so proud of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I became a man. Yeah. So it was dope. So then I went to work the next day. Everything was normal. Then she invited me out that night. We went out to Denny's, and then
now your confidence.
Yeah. Now she's inviting me to places and just to go. I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck it. It's like do whoop de doo, Danny D, like for a whole week, and then one night. Just totally doesn't invite me. I'm like, oh, okay, so let me hit her up. I'm like, no answer, whatever. I'm like, fuck it, whatever, cool. I'm not gonna cry about it. Yeah. And then the whole, like, when it was that day, she brought my check, and she totally, like, I could tell was not trying to look at me, no eye contact, just like put the check on my desk and just walked away. And and then I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, did I do something wrong? Whatever. And then I'm like, it didn't calculate to me that I'm like she found out my age, because I'm like, oh, she must know by now. She's in accounting. She must have figured my background out. She probably knows my social security, whatever. She has all that information, so she should know. Yeah. And then she didn't. And then so whatever. So then I made a custom card. Because my background's in print and like doing packaging and all that kind of stuff for like home entertainment. So like we had all the equipment to like make a custom card on nice materials, and I made this flower thing, and I wrote a little letter, and then I got him some flowers, because back then I owned I was partnered with the floral and arrangement shop, and so like they would set up the flowers for me and design it, and so like I'm like, oh, I made it really custom and nice, and it sent it to her anonymously. Yeah. That shit was not anonymous. They knew who the fuck that was from. She was so embarrassed.
Oh man.
and then my homegirl Lucia, shout out if she's watching, like she fucking like, she's like, Rob, you don't do that shit. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I shouldn't have done that shit, because she was totally not like looking. She was so embarrassed. She was not, that didn't hit me up. To this day, we have not made any contact and whatever, like so she found out that she had sex with a 7-year-old, with a minor.
How did she though?
I'm pretty, because our friends, like Lucia was her friend, and started probably asking around and hanging out with like accounting and the rest of the coworkers.
Someone came in the office, happy birthday, saw the 18.
Or they probably told her, hey, like, how's it feel to fuck a 7-year-old?
What? You're lying. Yeah, that guy right there that's walking right towards you right now with a happy face. That guy. Hey.
Yeah.
Here's a check, buddy. Oh God.
Yeah. So that was my growing up into the agency, and then so following up to your question, and started there. What was the exact question? How did I start?
No, at what point did everything started going?
Oh, down? right. Okay, so it started to so Happy Dappy, all that kind of stuff, and I became a young creative director, really young, and then I killed it, got a bunch of awards, directly or indirectly, or with the team or not, and then eventually to. Then they let me go. Then they brought me back. They let me go for singing, by the way, because everybody's so depressed over there at the agencies. They're always being like run dry and work to the bone. Yeah. So when my art director let me go, I asked him like, why am I? Is it because of my tardiness or whatever? He's like, no, it's because you're singing. And the irony is because I started singing because I was mocking him, because he would sing. Not a good singer, and like I would just mock him, and he just
that's so
so he let me go, and I'm like, all right, fuck, that is the weirdest thing. Yeah, for singing. Yeah,
Nah, bro.
yeah, I know.
him.
You wouldn't think that, but yeah, like, it's a thing. It's a thing to me, at least. Yeah.
Singing.
So I was let go from the agency, and then 3 weeks later, they called me back up because nobody could do the things that I was doing, I guess, at that apartment, or they needed more help. And so I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I guess I'll go. But those 3 weeks that I wasn't working was the most scary shit in my life because I did get a servants, which was great, and I invested a lot of that shit into stocks, into Sirius Satellite Radio and Blockbuster and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Which is what helped me start my agencies because then that shit popped, funded my agencies, and then yeah, I got let go. So I was into this weird 3 week, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Then they hired me back for like 3 times my rate. And I'm like, all right, cool.
That's usually
Success.
how it goes.
Yeah.
They
And
fire you,
then
they will pay you more.
so I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it. And sang more, you know, fuck it. And if they were gonna let me go any moment, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like I got a good servants. I have a good, you know, it's all good.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it. So from there, I lived I don't give a fuck type of like, let me go or not. Like, I'm just gonna do me.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to promote his happiness, positive vibes, and because you guys are working them to the bone, or they feel like they're worked down, like I just try to get a nice positive environment.
Awesome.
And then so then from there I'm like, all right, that was too much, and I started my own agency. So I was dating that time. Had a girlfriend. Then I started my agency when I was 25, I think, or 24. And then I put the money that I got from stocks. Luckily, like I left it there for like 4 years or whatever. And Sirius Satellite Radio, like everybody told me like that's the worst decision you could put stocks in. But I did my research.
I feel like everyone says that when it's new.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't do it stupid.
Yeah.
And then it skyrockets.
Holy shit!
I
I got it at like maybe 70 cents a power, way less, maybe 20 cents a stock. And it used to be like at that when it was on its highs, it was $200 a stock.
Damn.
And then so like I got it at 20 cents, and then and 4 years after, I think it went up to like $7 or something like that or more.
Yeah.
And that shit, like, and I think I put in like maybe 14,000 or whatever, and yeah, or more than that. But that shit ended up being like a shitload of money. I think it was like 70 grand or 80 grand that it yielded. That plus some other like things that I invested in. So yeah, so I'm like, I got lucky. And plus, since when it's after 2 years, you get a really big tax break if you just leave your money in there sitting in like in stocks.
Really?
So I learned that. So I just
After
let
2
it
years.
After 2 years, then like you get
Fun fact, guys, if you try and get in stocks.
Anybody in business and stocks, like just like leave your money there, invest it. You can pull it out, but don't pull it out of the account. And if it stays in whatever you're at, just you'll get a good tax break.
Nice. Fun fact of the day.
Business fact of the day. So doing that, learning stocks and business, I was learning that shit. So anyway, so funding my company with my own money, with what I was saving up, and was doing really well. I was excited, and then I brought in some partners that I thought was strategic to get bring into the AV department, because that was all print that I was doing, interactive stuff. And then I'm like, yo, the future is AV. It's like trailers, digital, that kind of shit. And agencies back then would barely start their divisions and not really doing it. And if they did, it was multimedia companies, not really in one department. Now it's all mixed. But back then it wasn't. And so I'm like, yo, I want to be on the forefront of this. Let me get this AV department or set it up. So I got a business partner. He was a good person, good editor. And he had a big ego, and I knew that. But like, I'm like, maybe I could hone that in, you know. And it's good, you know, if you just even if you use the wrong things for the right purposes, sometimes and you laser it in, you could the output could be really positive and good. And I know that, but because of this, I just I let loose. I gave too much freedom, and I got taken advantage of. I let myself, you know, be a victim of bullshit. And then from there, he brought in some other partners, and then those partners turned on me. Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I was the only one producing, but they were getting on my ass because I would not sleep as much, because I was like nonstop. I was the only one producing, and so I'll come in late. I was like, you know, like not fully there, and a lot of times, and then I also had communication problems back then. Like I didn't know how to communicate. Like, yo, I'm suffering right now. I need help. Yeah. Like I wouldn't say that kind of stuff. I was really prideful, or I didn't want to burden people. And so that was a big learning experience back then. And so whatever. So that, long story short, I shut down the company. They all went their ways. They took all my shit, whatever. I let it happen. And then from there, a couple months later, I'm like, let me just try again. I started this agency, and that's Creative Alliance and Associates. Nice. So I started that. That went really well. We had good clients. The Honest Company was one of them. A trickle on from Elite Visions to the Creative Alliance. Then we got Red Bull. We got a bunch of them. a bunch of like good theatrical clients, and then from there, I wanted to do my own thing, more producing. My business partner wanted to do his own thing. He had some issues that he had to take care of, so he wasn't at the agency that much. He should have. And then since he wasn't there, I would wait around. I'm like, all right, so you're gonna be gone for a month. Fuck it, I'll just, we'll do things together when you come back. So I was just like writing on my money, whatever I had, and that shit just fucking like went away. Then from there, like I let all my properties that I had in Vegas and Henderson, here. I had a bunch in
Vegas.
Yeah, that's where I was living at too.
I definitely know that place.
I had 2 properties over there, and then
it's a really nice place.
Yeah, it is, especially now.
Yeah.
And then but like, I just then I let all my properties go. I just like went into big depression, spiraled around. Then I started getting into a lot of alcohol, vodka. That was my drink straight. And then from that, I started doing a lot of coke and just like nonstop for like months straight, and just like, all right, fuck it, like let's. I wasn't aware that I was even in a bad place. Like I knew I was doing ill behaviors, but like I have self-control.
Yeah.
Little did I know that, yes, I did, but those ill actions later on lead to other fucked up things or things that you don't even know. Yeah. So one time I was so drunk, I tried to commit suicide. I got triggered by like my family members. I love them to death, and I do love them. But that back then we didn't have a good relationship, and we're working on it now. But and then I just got triggered. I got in a fight with them, and I was so under the influence. And then I just went upstairs and tried to cut myself. Wow. And then but I was so drunk that I just passed out. That I didn't even do it because I was so drunk. So ironically, that saved my life. Yeah. And then from there, the next day and week, I was just really depressed because I didn't do it. I felt like a coward. I'm like, I should have just done it and whatever. Then I tried some pills. Didn't work either. I'm like, fuck it. So like the universe wants me here for a reason, obviously. I purposely tried to.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah. And then so ever since then, I made this mental switch. I was also overweight. I was 240 pounds. I wasn't in shape at all. I couldn't move. I was in a car accident like 2 or 3 years prior to that, so I couldn't really be mobile. I was skating a lot. I was like kind of getting into pro-am and stuff like that. So like I was
skateboarding.
Oh
shit, nice.
Yeah. So like, and then I was doing. But after the accident, I was immobile. I couldn't like move the way I wanted to, even after my physical therapy. And so, and plus I was overweight, and I was really just not encouraged to move as much. And I thought I was older, so therefore, like, I'm just already deteriorating. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck it, like, it's just down here. That's just maintenance and downhill from here. So fuck it. So I accepted my truth. That was my truth. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like, I'm gonna make this. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to help people. I'm here to do something. Obviously, I got to figure it out. So I decided to help people and be a mental health awareness advocate and suicide prevention advocate. So like ever since then, my whole journey until now has been just like helping other people, and if they need help, but only people that are helping themselves. Because the reason I spun around too is because I have such a kind heart, or so giving. I love to help, that I helped so many people out that I was like so. Spread thin, and also I don't like to say no. I didn't know or didn't like to say no back then. So I would say yes to everything, and I just get overwhelmed, and I would not deliver projects, and I would feel guilt because I didn't deliver because I was so busy with so many projects that I hurtled in, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I doing? So then I'm like, all right, what I'm going to do is let go of all my fucking clients that are paying me really well, even though that's really good. I'm letting go of everything. So all my clients, I just cold turkey let them go. And I'm so sorry if you guys are watching this. All my clients, but I went through my shit and like whatever. Like I let go of everything.
We have moments.
So that's the reason.
You were being an adult.
In
that moment.
And I was so liberated by that. And by doing that and switching my mindset and working out every day and eating better. And luckily I had this mindset coach, a life coach, and she's a health coach. She's a gut expert. Her name's Kaylee, and shout out to Kaylee. Yeah, shout out to Kaylee Cabriz. So Coach Kaylee, so she is a biologist and she knows all her shit. So she taught me, like, if you heal your gut, it starts from there. So if you heal your gut, you'll regenerate your whole system, and you'll feel better, and you'll be in a much better place. I'm not the type of person that loved vegetables and all that kind of shit. I was a meat eater, all that kind of shit. So like for me to I dropped meat, sugars, breads, anything that was bad, you know. So my diet is plant based now. And so she taught me how to eat better, and by doing that, like within 2 weeks, it was painful, but then after the 2 weeks, I just started like shedding weight and like being able to move, and I was hiking. I was in nature more, getting myself healthy again.
Wow.
What was painful?
What was painful? Like I was hungry.
Physically painful?
Oh yeah, I was
like
hungry because I was instead of
it was
eating
hard.
The diet was
Yeah.
so it was like painful is the wrong word, but it was really like I was hungry a lot of times, so it was really uneasy or uncomfortable. But after like the first or the second week of doing it consistently,
That's when the habit.
yeah, then it became part of me. I'm like, all right, cool, I could do this. Fuck it, like I'm gonna do this. So I would just concentrate on that. Then eventually from that I started doing intermediate fasting. So like every 14 hours, like that's mine.
I like that.
So like
I've done
after
that before.
so after 3 to like 8 o'clock or so, that's my window, and that's usually what I eat. And then when I started that on the 3rd or 5th month, my weight just started shedding, like it just went. And because I was so active, I started skating again. I was being able to move. I'm like my body literally regenerated. It was insane to me. Like I know that was like I've seen studies and I've seen things before, but you know, I'm like maybe that person's a little bit different or special, or
you know, genetics and all that stuff.
Which that has stuff to do with it. But no, anybody could do it if they just eat their own right health and diet. Because not everybody's for plant based, and they can be, but it's not for everybody. Everybody has their own specific
of course
diet.
Are you still not eating sugar? You're still on the same diet? That
Totally.
You started?
I mean, sometimes I do eat some candies and shit.
A little bit.
I was sucking for candies. 7-Eleven gummy monkey candies.
Yeah.
Those are the best. Those are my.
Put those right there.
Yeah. Shout out to 7-Eleven.
It's like, dang it, I gotta have one. This one.
So those are my things. I mean, sometimes I still, because plant based you can still eat meat. It's just that majority of your diet is plants and nutritious stuff that you're supposed to do. It doesn't just have to be not meat.
Do you like the Impossible Burgers?
I love them. Yeah,
I haven't tried them yet.
They're really good, dude. They're
I just
amazing.
was like plus $4.
I've tried them, and there's an interesting taste for me. Just 'cause I'm not used to it.
It's got to be prepared right too, though.
Yeah.
Because I've been to some places, or I prepared it myself, and it doesn't come out so juicy and the right way.
Yeah.
But if you go to the right restaurants, like what is it?
I like Burger Lounge.
Does Burger King do it good?
Yeah,
Now they do, yeah.
Yeah.
The Impossible Burger. There's another one, the Beyond.
Yeah,
Burger,
the Beyond Burger. Actually, Carl's Jr. has one too.
There you go. That's what it is. Yeah,
they have the Beyond Burger.
Yeah, they say it's pretty good, but I think there's something up with it. It's not. It can't be that good. It's better than meat, probably, until we see studies later on.
Speaking of Burger King, they actually did a new commercial where they took a Whopper and they
the moldy thing or whatever they did?
to prove that they don't have artificial
preservatives.
Yeah,
and shit,
preservatives, and they're like, everyone's like, wow, Burger King is throwing shade out there to everyone. Like,
did they do a comparison with like McDonald's and stuff?
no, they
How long
just
I
used
used
them.
those on the internet anyway.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool. You just saw it like just slowly just
Deteriorate.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was like
God.
29 days or something, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that's a good ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's a
pretty
new one.
interesting.
Oh, okay.
It's cool that they turned the mold, the shit, into an art piece, which also marketing piece to promote, which is pretty smart. To show the awareness of like their products. It's still ain't that good though.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for you.
Right.
Let's be real.
So as a creative director, if you would like get a project, do you come up with a concept and write the script and then edit it and all like that?
It's a
or do you
mixture.
outsource?
So it's variables. So like it's so sometimes the client comes in with like the ask, which is like, or what they want specifically, the deliverables, the creative direction, the art direction, references,
bullet points and all
yeah,
that.
and all that. Or that's one option. Then the other one is like they'll give you some parts of that and then figure out the rest. Or the other one's like, yo, like this is the brief, or this is what we have an idea about. Pitch it, send us a pitch, or create something, or send us a deck, or whatever, some comps, and
That's cool.
and then pitch it to us. So there's that version, and there's different variables. It just depends on the client, how they ask it, and how you want it to be received too.
Do you have to outsource as well? Like you get like a big project and you like you said you were getting overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff. Did you ever have to like go to a guy to like
For sure.
just render out some shit?
Oh,
real quick?
100%. Yeah. So like when it was really intense, like render heavy, like if it's like a 4K scene or a still, definitely like if it's like, you know, like if you're using Octane or the particle emitter, like, you know, like all that kind of shit, like it's really heavy and it's really intensive. So My machines, I would set them. I had up the server, like they were all set up like on the, what is it called on Cinema? Like all the machines could work together as one brain basically, if it's connected through Ethernet, and then if you have the right licenses, and then
like one to render, and then
yeah,
the other
so
one
it'll
still keeps
render
going.
like it's using all the processors to render out into one machine.
Like a little render farm.
Yeah, a little render, basically what it is, which is really cool. So when that wasn't, but to do that, I would do that overnight, and if that was happening, people can't be on their machines, so I would run that overnight. So the best bet was to find other places like in India or other artists.
So you really outsourced.
Yeah, really outsourced. So I learned all that stuff from like other VFX producers, and then I learned all that in Russia, India, Ukraine, Romania, like those places, like web development stuff, VFX, all the shit that you don't want to do. That, and then also the places that you don't want to send to India because of communication and things. Like they're really good and they'll do tedious shit, but it's not the best quality. But the communication, there's a communication barrier, language barrier. So like you would say, like if you were trying to describe something in like creative way, they would not fucking pick it up, or they
do everything literal.
Verbatim. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, what the fuck is it? so, but the people in Romania and like France and other places, like they get it. They just understand. Like, or Singapore or the Philippines too. They're in the Philippines. They have some really dope ass shit.
Really,
like they understand the quality, like as for like branding and some rendering stuff too.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Also, too, on the 4K, how hard and how much is being used with the 8K stuff? That's,
you know what?
I know it's not like completely out, but it is.
Theaters
out.
right now like only are the 2K and 4K. Only some theaters have 4K. So even if you're rendering a fucking 8K that your client is asking for, it's sometimes, not all the time, stupid. But if you're shooting like really like a documentary or high quality shit, if you shoot 8K plus the camera and the whatever the sensor it has, then you downgrade it to, or you downgrade it to 4K. Yeah. It does have a little bit more of a pop and quality to it for sure.
I have noticed that, 4K, and then you like squeezes all the pixels in for the 1080.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. But at the same time, but if you don't have a 4K TV or monitor,
what's the point?
It's still gonna go 72 DPI.
Because everybody consumes like all their content through pretty much their phones now, or like sometimes on TV. But yeah, it's like
it does. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's doing their phones. Yeah. I mean, the phones are doing. Do they even do 4K now? No, it doesn't.
No, it's like 1440 by 800 or something.
I mean,
it's good. Yeah, but it's not that good
for the people that are trying to be like, oh, like I got to get the newest, like the $10,000 TV that does 6K, 4K, 8K. It's like unless you're like doing finishing or color or like a high intense VFX thing, like. Maybe. Even then, maybe. Like, but no, you don't need it.
That's big,
not so don't all that fuzz and like they're just trying to like condition you to like what's about to come, and they want you to spend the money for R&D and shit. That's basically what it is.
You heard it here first, guys. Well, at this time, we're gonna head to break.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna do a little break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk some more. We also are going to show a little React video.
That's right.
What to talk about? Video.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow.
Cool.
And we'll be right back.
Look at those.
Also, we're doing vlogs, guys. We're doing vlogs and other things. So during this break, check out what we've been up to. See you in a second. Bye.
NASA what? Oh, wait a minute. I'm talking about no! That work for NASA.
So right now we're on the streets asking people about the NASA Broom Challenge that is sweeping the nation. Let's find some people. On the go with Larry and Joe. Have you heard of the NASA Broom Challenge at all?
No.
You haven't seen any brooms or anything online?
Nothing.
Yes.
Have you tried it yet?
Yeah. She has.
You just saw it today?
I just saw it today.
Have you done this yet?
Yeah.
Not yet? Have you seen it?
Yes.
No.
No.
You haven't seen it? None of the brooms anyway?
No.
Yeah, I did that yesterday.
Oh my gosh, not that stupid.
I was cleaning my house, so I gotta use a broom now and then.
So you do this every day? They said that this only works one day out of the year. Do you think this works any other day?
It works every other day because I've already tried it.
But do you think it works on other days like now?
I feel like it has to. It's still standing in my house.
It's still standing right now?
Literally, like, I swear to God.
Do you believe it actually has anything to do with NASA in that one day? It's supposed to be one day.
I heard that because it's exactly 12
No, I
o'clock,
heard that
the
you can
room
do it
fell
every
over.
day.
Yes and no.
I think so. I mean, it's just, you said it's like one day?
I believe it happens every day.
Would you like to try it? Prove it for science?
Oh my God.
Do you think it's real or fake? You could do it right now.
It doesn't even have to be a certain day. I can do it anyway.
prove it. You think you could do it right now?
I can't. No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
If you got the juice, it works, bro. I don't think.
Let's see if you got the juice.
Oh, you want
Does
me
he
to-
have the? Yeah. This is for science.
I can do it right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I think it can work right now.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Lube it up real quick. You feel me? I'm playing.
Demonetized. This is for science. It's close. It's the wind. It's the wind.
It is the window.
Here we go.
Wait, hold on. Something wrong with
Yeah. We're using physics. Where's the juice?
I don't got it.
Oh, yeah, it's the wind. All right, let's do it. This broom is fake. We gotta break out a level. This is unfair.
It's all about balance, boy.
If there wasn't so much wind, I could.
It's the wind.
One more try.
One more try. Star power.
Come on, brother.
That's another way. Just gotta balance it just straight like it is.
Like it is.
Yeah. That's it.
I like it. I like it.
We did it.
See all my homies up, not down.
Oh! She's walking away. Myth or fact? We're getting them. Oh! Oh! Science! First try. Oh, what? Some broom physics. Oh! Congrats, you proved science. Oh! Oh!
I'm saying? Yeah.
In Hollywood, we're here. It works. What do you have to say?
It works.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Star Broom of the Star Hollywood Boulevard Walk of Fame, guys.
Yeah, and just like that. Just like that.
Just said yesterday was the only day I could balance a broom. What's this doing right now?
Then why was someone literally recording at 12 o'clock and then the broom fell over? They probably blew it over. They did.
you think the internet lied?
Yes.
We're here at Ripley's Believe It or Not. Could you believe it or not?
Believe it or not.
Make sure to subscribe. These guys are the real ones.
On the air with Joe and Blair. Yes.
On the streets, we're getting free coconut water.
Got our broom. Yeah. Getting it.
Do it for the bit.
Eric here likes sauces, y'all. What does it taste?
Really hot pepper, like just straight up pepper, right in your face. It's right in the back of your throat. You know, it's gonna fit on my nostrils really well. I can feel it now.
Joe?
Like the backward tongue that like cats do.
Get away from me!
And we fly away on our broom. Let's go.
Stupid.
Welcome back.
What's up?
Sorry, I was gargling water.
Water. It's good for you. Gosh.
Yeah, we're here with
That
Robert.
has a 7.4 pH. Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Get it.
That high pH. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
on,
All right. Let's go ahead and straight into our React videos.
Yo.
So, this lovely React video is something a project that you worked on, and let's talk about it.
Sure.
What do
you want to talk about?
What's the project are we looking at right now, Joe?
We got Normani. Right?
Normani.
Okay, yeah, Normani Waves featuring Black official music video.
That's what.
So
26 million views.
I noticed on your Instagram it said that MTV R&B award winning.
Yeah.
And what did you do on this project specifically?
Nothing. I'm surprised that they gave me the award. No, I'm fucking with you.
Nothing actually. Plot twist.
Not at all. Just put my name on it. They had the director last second was looking for a production company or a team or a VFX team in LA. His name's Emil Nava. So anyway, so one of my producers that I work with and I'm friends with, they were trying to give it to him, or they were asking for any producers that would be willing to produce a crazy ass music video with the crazy ass time turnaround. So this was produced and managed and arranged within like 48 hours.
Whoa.
So that's how much I had to build a team. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And everybody said, that's why everybody was saying no. All the studios, all the people, everybody's saying like, not possible, not going to happen, or they just didn't want to do it because but luckily for my experience, from my industry where I come from, print, digital, the theatrical world, it's so high paced, like things that would take maybe 2 months to do for any other agency or people, we would have to produce it in a week, or a couple of days.
Yeah.
So like I've always been used to that high pace, high intensity thing, and I actually thrive on it. I don't get stressed from it. I get a kick out of it.
Nice.
A lot of people break down or they just shut down or whatever. I'm actually more calm, more chill. I love it. Like that's just my environment since I grew up in that.
Yeah.
So, but to answer your question, what I did on it was, so they came, the producer, again, my friend didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
He came to him, his name's Ion. And he works for like big agencies like Big Block and The Mill. They're huge companies out there. And so I guess he figured out, I have a crazy ass friend that would be down for it. So he's like, are you down for this project? I'm like, all right, cool. Let me talk to the producers or the director and scope it out. And he sent me the brief, and then they're like, we need to do this full green screen music video. We already shot the talent. So they already shot them like just doing their thing and singing and performing on full green screen and someone's studio. And so they're like, but we need to do VFX, editing, color, the finishing, like the whole works, everything basically.
The mastering,
like
everything.
70% of the music video, I guess. The
The shooting was in the 48-hour frame, or after the fact, like post?
After this, yeah. So
post was 48 hours.
Yeah. So I wasn't part of the principal. Like they already shot them, and they didn't know what the full creative was going to be. They had a mood board.
Do something with it.
Yeah. Like
Here you go.
They had direction. They had a creative direction. They had like the director did at least.
Okay.
And he had had a mood board that I got like last second too. I didn't even get it the time when it came to me.
Halfway done. You're
Yeah,
just
like
here's what I
no,
want.
like
It's
when they came at me like, you have we want to start this project like tomorrow, and we only have 7 days or less for it to get it done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what part of it? You mean the beginning part of post, or like, like no, everything? And I'm like, so I'm a realist, and I keep it real with people. I'm like, nobody's gonna, or most likely a lot of people are gonna say no to you, or they're not gonna do it, or if they do it, they're gonna charge you a shitload of money.
Yeah, in that short amount of time.
Yeah, in that short amount of time. Or they're gonna say yes, and they're gonna actually be able to deliver.
Yeah.
And I already know the realistic, so I told them, and they knew the works. I had RCA, the label on, the producer, the director, and so they're like, like, can you do this basically? I'm like, yeah, I can do this, and I could put the team together because I know all those different people, from artists, VFX artists, graphic artists, like everything that you could think of, and they're all top tier people and experience. So with the versatility that I have, I'm like, all right, cool. If you guys are really serious, I could give you a proposal based on like the shot breakdowns that you have, and I could tell you a realistic timeline. But just putting that shit together would take about 2 days, just giving you the proposal and telling you if it is realistic or not. But you want us to start tomorrow, or with like literally they want to start tomorrow or like within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Not have the estimate and then go from there.
Yeah.
And then they were asking for like 4 days, and then it went to 7 days. And I'm like, yeah, like I know this game. I'm like, yo, dude, like realistically, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna give it to us. We're gonna quote it out. We're gonna break it down, and there's something called revisions and client notes and artist notes and da da da. So like that alone is gonna take away about a week, 4 days to a week of our time. That's not working on anything.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not even starting like any creative nothing. So like just that alone, and that's being fair.
Who came up with the idea to say we need this done in 2 days?
I think the label, because they wanted to
wanted to showcase her,
showcase it on the Jumbotron in New York, the main thing. So they had like a specific date for that, and they had a marketing release date. So like strategically, they wanted to release this with some other stuff that was coming out. So that's what they were pushing on it.
Okay.
But I was telling them like, yo, let's be realistic. Like, are we pushing on this because you want it to be released then, or does it have to really be released then? And since I don't give a shit if I'm gonna get the job or not.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of person, like if you're gonna give me $1 million job or not, or $500,000 or whatever, like I don't blink an eye. Like it's not until you sign the check and the contracts that it's real. You know, like
Yeah,
so if you guys
100%.
can talk all this shit, whatever.
Yep.
It's $1 million, or it's the best resources,
Right.
and the best network, and like fuck all that. I don't care. Like we heard this shit all the
Contract?
time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Where?
yeah.
No?
Like,
Cool.
let's sign a contract, put in the deposit in there, and once it clears, not even just fucking tell me you're gonna fund it, but make sure the check clears and it's funded, or the wire transfer
Right.
cleared.
It's the bank
Then we start.
we start.
Well, of course, usually they want to bank on people that are fresh, or that they're desperate for money, or they're like, you know, because a lot of these agencies or people, like, they're hustling, like they need the money, and so like
Yeah.
they'll squeeze them, or they'll give them this unrealistic fucking expectations or deadlines, and that's so fucked up. And sometimes,
Don't do that.
it's really fucked up. Whoever
Yeah.
does that shit.
Yeah.
So whoever.
need
So
this
like
yesterday.
so I'm like, so I gave it to them real. I'm like, yo, you're gonna lose already. We're gonna lose 4 to 5 days or to a week with revisions, and I don't even know how you guys are with revisions, and if you hold it, or you guys are quick with it, or whatever. So like if I need your behaviors, at least I could be like, oh cool, like I work with this person, he gives me feedback in an hour or 2 hours the next day, whatever. These people, I have no idea who they are, and they're pushing like crazy, and I could tell already they're pushing unrealistic measures and expectations, because they're not really well versed in the post production side. I read that shit from the jump.
Yeah.
I'm really good at reading people and other producers and projects. So I'm like, let me pump the brakes. Let me ask thorough questions. I'm like, all right, so what's the budget realistically? And they're trying to be like I don't know, I'll disclose it, whatever. They're trying to give me a fucking like $15K or some shit like that. And it didn't happen. Like we pushed for more.
Yeah.
So they're like, first of all, I'm like, for this deadline, for all this guys, I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. And if you get it done, sure you can, but you need to be a really well versed producer that get your shit in India, Romania, whatever, and be able to have these relations and that. But that's you come people like us. So so anyway, then I'm like, so I set their expectations. I'm like, this is not realistic. It needs to. We need to we need to bump up the budget.
Yeah.
We need to extend, instead of like 4 days, let's get 7 days or 2 weeks, and then or 14 days is what I was pushing. Like realistically, I mapped everything out. Like it's gonna take like 14 days to get everything done. And they're like, no, like it has to be done sooner than that. I'm like, no. You can say all that all you want, but I know what's gonna really happen. Even though I say yes to you for 3 days, and then you're still gonna take another week on your part.
Yeah.
And like it's not even our end, and then you're gonna be like, and then you're gonna start pushing on us like, oh, you missed a deadline. No, you missed your deliverables on getting us
Your
notes.
deadline.
And I also told him like, you're only gonna get 1 round of revision. That's all you get.
Yep.
But I know me saying that's not ever the case. So we ended up doing like fucking, I think 14 to 20 revision rounds
Holy
of
shit.
different things that was all over the place, and that's because of like.
So what was the max quote that they actually gave? Because you said it started at, they wanted $15K. But
Yeah.
how much
If you
So
don't
I
mind,
started,
yeah.
so I started
If
producing
you
it, and
wanna
I started quoting out with other
disclose that.
agencies and other people. So I was trying to ask for like 40 to 50.
Okay.
It didn't go there, so I went in. Just so I don't know if I'm on. I didn't read my contract, so like, it's in between 25 to 50. All right.
We'll say
Gotcha.
that. I'll say that.
So I could say. So I got it up to that, and they pushed it, and then I think I got 7 days for it. But long story short, it ended up taking 3 weeks. because of the revisions and all that kind of shit.
So, 2 days. Nope. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's
and everything I
that's
called
all
out verbatim. Yeah, like exactly.
That's all green screen.
That was
That's not gonna
creative
take-
too. It wasn't just VFX. Because sometimes like you'll get the creative already. You get like style frames that's already called out. Like I want this character in 3D, and it's already kind of like styled, or it's pretty much
Storyboards.
The storyboards.
Yeah.
And there's a style frame which is like. It's basically like a key shot. Like it's like a rendered frame already that's pretty close to it, or a previs.
Okay.
Like like a visualization of like where the
what
subject
it's gonna
is, what the
look
color
like,
may
kind of.
be. What
Oh, so like a
the
static is a static frame that kind
it's
of
a
plays
static frame
just to give you the
with
idea.
notes, and you could kind of arrange.
Okay.
They have none of that shit. They didn't give me none of that. So like I had to do that in order for them to approve the shots. And then we do the creative, and then we do the execution, and then they have to approve that. So that's I'm like, just that alone, you guys are like, no, you guys are out of your mind. Like that, or you don't know the process, because like, what? Come on. So like, come on. So yeah, so like ended up. It was a pain in the ass because of I'm not gonna say which manager on what side, but there's this producer.
I'm pointing the elbows.
Yeah, there was a producer on. Not my team side, but like because there was 3 teams, and I'm like, if I give out the other ones, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So there was 3 teams, and then one of the teams were not being a team player, and was trying to be really difficult. And no matter what we said, it was always resistance, and always trying to be her way. Shouldn't have said that.
She's watching right now. Choose your next word wisely.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Fuck it. I don't care. You were fucked up. I'll tell you that right after watching.
That's all you need to know.
Of our
You know
5
better.
watchers, she's one of them.
She's one of them.
Let's put a sound effect on that one.
I don't have a fart, but I.
No, anything. Whatever.
There you go. It's close.
Oh, God.
So yeah, so like we.
Oh wait, no. Here you go.
Oh, there
Disappointing.
you go. Yeah, exactly.
Bam.
So with that, I know how to handle human beings, luckily, and their behaviors, and I don't react and I don't get stressed on that. So when people are getting crazy or whatever, I just like look at them like, "Are you done? Cool.
Can
Now
we get
let's
back
get
to
to the
work?"
point. Work. I see you needed an event out. Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So like, let's get to the realistic point of it. Like we have a common goal, was to get
Nice.
this shit done. So like, are you with it or not? Or do you want to keep complaining? So like, they're like, all right. And this person obviously does not get talked to this way ever. So like, I wasn't being an asshole. I was just being straightforward and blunt and honest and authentic and she had no choice but to take it, and and then because other people were like, "Yo, what he's saying is actually facts." Yeah. So she's like, "All right, cool, fuck it." So she tried every part of her bones, I think, to like
Get
make
her
me
way.
get her way, and make me look like not someone that didn't know what the fuck I was, a competent person that I was know what I was doing. So like whatever, I had to fight
today.
her. Yeah.
Not today.
Yeah, not today. So then, so that besides just the extremities of the project alone, the timeline, the budgeting, the resources, limited things, plus her hindrance of things, it just fucked things up. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, whatever. So we still got it done. And then project was done, and a couple months later, we found out that we were nominated for, or was going to be submitted for a nomination. So when you submit it, you don't know if it's going to be nominated or not. So, hope for the best. And then then we found out by one of our VFX people that it was nominated. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, cool. So it got nominated. That's a big goal accomplishment. Like, cool. Nominated for a MTV Music Video Award. Yeah. And pretty cool. That enough was super dope. And then it meant a lot too, because this is me by myself producing something without my agency, team, whatever. So I was on my own. The Be Creative flow, just like, all right, cool. Let me just do this on my own. I could do this. I'm not gonna be dependent on people. Let me try it. Let me figure it out.
And you did it the right way.
I did it the right
3
way.
weeks,
So
not 2 days.
Yeah, but then I did. But the only reason I got the right team though too, and shout out to my producer Julia. She is fucking killer. Like she was so like scared to like I got her on board like, hey, are you down to produce this music video? This is the budget. This is what's going on, and it's pretty crazy. She's like, I'm with it. Cool. She trusts me. And she's like, but she was fearful because she never produced anything with VFX. So I'm like, so I had to guide her along the way too and teach her. Hence how like I'm like It's cool. You got it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. I'll guide you along the way. Just help me produce it.
Yeah.
And then so I did, and she was super stoked at the end. And because of her, she was a big key factor to hold the shit together with our team, with me, with the client. So, and then when times that I want to like blow my shit, she was like, "It's cool, don't worry about it."
I'll step in the office.
Yeah, because I wanted to rip
makes the dream work.
There's times that I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I'm gonna, and then they're like, "No, just relax. We still gotta finish the project." I'm like, "Okay, cool, fine." So then we did that. That was done with. So we got nominated, so I was super happy and proud. So it was really a highlight of my moments and me being on my own, so it was cool. And then when it came to the VMAs, I don't even watch the VMAs. I stopped watching since like it was TRL days. You know? Like it was like
someone texted you.
Yeah,
the VMA award.
Yeah. So
cool.
Yeah. So my producer, she's like, "Hey, honey, like we got nominated. We should go watch it or something together. The VMAs." I'm like, sure, fuck it. Like I wasn't expecting it to get a win or whatever. So like, fuck it, let's go. I got my team together. I got my homegirl Bernice that's doing a dope. We'll talk about her in a bit. And I got my friend. He goes by Smiley now. I always call him. In my head is always calling him Smiley on his Instagram. Sean, and who else was there? Monica. Oh, hey, Monica. So yeah, they were there, and we're just having our dinner while watching the MTV Awards. And literally that moment we found out when it got announced, and Normani did her big performance, her debut of like just coming out as a solo artist and all that kind of stuff. It was like her first performance.
Wait, was she part of a group?
Yeah, Fifth Harmony.
Okay.
She was
I knew she looked familiar.
Yeah,
I was like, she looked very familiar, but I'll just keep
Cabello and some other
That's
people.
okay. Let me just add. I think that's dope, and please correct me, and rare to have a group come together, separate, and I'd like to assume most of them kind of have a successful career.
Yeah, I think most
solo.
of them, and 2 or 3 of them are huge.
And but my point is like, you know, like NSYNC days and the boy bands or girl groups, they break up and only one person.
Yeah, Justin is the one that trying.
But
even like
you
One
know,
Direction.
that's pretty dope to have like pretty much all of them kind of just like, we're successful without each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's
cool.
dope.
And they had shits, I guess, or whatever, or beefs, but they're working out, or they worked it out. But Normani, because of Fifth Harmony and just because of her, she has like a loyal following, and she's like, honestly, mark my words, she's like the next Beyonce. With the following that she has, like they're really loyal to her. They love her.
Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure people already know that too. And right now she's blowing the fuck up now too. Like the past couple months, like she's in the new Harley Quinn movie and the soundtrack. Yeah, so like all this stuff, she's on all like the covers, and like she's blowing the.
I didn't hear about her till the Motivation song, because that came out like quite a while ago.
And that music video was tight. It had nothing to do with that, but that was so
He's
dope.
like, dang, y'all could have asked me for that one at least. Shit, that was so dope.
Cool. Yeah, I love that one. Like, even over the one that we did, like that one's so dope to me. My personal opinion. Like, that's so cool.
That's awesome.
So that's basically the process of it, and I think I answered the full question, right?
And then you won the award, and then it was like,
we won the award. We were super stoked, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. This is cool. All right, well, here's another one for my list of my awards, and I just went about my life. It started floating around and healing myself.
Did I'm assuming a little bit more doors opened up too upon that, maybe?
Yeah,
or
totally.
Kinda?
A lot of doors always opened up, but I chose to not. I was such in a place that I just wanted to kick back on work, even though I needed it financially. I just couldn't. I just didn't want to. I just just my mental health, my health overall was way more important than any of the jobs and projects. Like, I've already accomplished things. Like, I have nothing to fucking prove to anybody. The only thing I have to prove and do stuff for is myself.
Of course.
And I've always done stuff for everybody else and anything else. And I've always been a team player, but now I'm like, I got to be a little selfish for me and my health in a healthy way, and just focus on me and not do all these shits for anything else. So that's been my journey.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And that's how you met me.
Yeah.
Because I met what's her name though that worked with Tilly's Candy? No, what's her name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Sorry,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Sandy.
Sandy.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yo. So yeah, that's that.
That's the story. Do you know the story?
Yeah. I mean, you know.
I don't care. I'm
Look, I just be like, so they told me the story after I had already got your information.
Oh, really?
And so I was just like, oh well.
So
yeah.
for people that follow me, I have a crazy life and I live my life with no fucks given.
Look, he was trying to invite, my manager at the time, Sandy, to a party. And it was something, it was a special, was it New
It was New Year's, I think.
New Year's. And I'm not going to lie, I was like telling her, I was like, dude, go because I want to fucking go. Like, I want to go. Like, damn, if you go, then maybe you could talk me in. Like, I want to go and meet some people and get them on the show. That's literally what I'd be trying to go to these events so I can shake hands and be like, hey man, come on the show.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want. And then, but they didn't tell me like anything until after because I was like, yo, he does this. Like, man, yeah, he's coming on the show. Oh yeah, he tried to get at me. And I'm like, oh, I don't care. Like, I found a benefit for me. Yeah. So yeah. That's so funny.
I did, but it was mainly.
No, he was respectful though.
No,
she
respectful,
said,
but I wasn't trying to get her to really get her to date her.
Yeah,
and believe it or not, and I know I come off really strong, and there's one person right there that knows. But I am I love people, and I just really genuinely love people.
Yeah.
But she backtracking from that, the way I met her, it was at Tilly's.
Yeah.
I was rolling my face off and I was buying clothes. So yeah, I went on an adventure by myself, and I was, and then she was so kind and took kind and she took care of me.
Yeah.
And she was kind and she was patient, and because of that, honestly, I was so endeared with them. Like, you're a really good human being. That's it, really. And I didn't ask her out on dates.
Yeah.
I just asked her out to just come by and experience because the creative environment, the people, it wasn't to date her, it wasn't anything like that. But of course, it could come off that way.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't blame her.
After what she told me, she told me that, I was like, I don't think he was trying to get with you, to be honest. But I'm gonna get him on the show.
Yeah.
So thank you, Sandy, for doing what you did.
She's watching. She watches. I love you, girl. To this day, you're amazing.
No, she definitely does watch.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. She's an amazing human being.
Yeah.
She said she was a creative.
Yeah.
And she does work. So I wanted to check out her work. And it's still I love to check out her work. She said she has a boyfriend. So I wasn't trying to get her like that. She said she had a man. So I'm like, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But literally, I invited her and her man too. That night too. I'm like, bring your boyfriend too if you want to, or. Because she told me that night, I came to invite you. Thank you so much for being kind to me. Because if somebody does something kind to me, I always reciprocate it with energy or something. And that's why I came back to her. I'm like, yo, real shit. And I'm like, real shit. Thank you so much, Sandy. If you could just come by, experience this New Year's thing, check it out, just the vibe.
I definitely would have. We were looking for shit to do. I was like, man.
Yeah, and you hit me up, and I saw.
I was like, I hope he texts back because I would love to fucking go. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, no text, man.
I wish I could say it wasn't a lit night, but it was great.
We did some.
We went to this party. It was supposed to be like a creative party, actually, meet other people kind of doing the thing. And we drove up and there was 4 people in there and Blair's just walk past. Don't go in.
No,
because
why?
We just wanted.
If you go and then you gotta meet everybody, and you gotta sit there for a second, act like you're kind of there, and then you gotta make the exit.
So one thing that Joe and I have been wanting to, he's been out here longer.
Okay.
We're from Nebraska. We met in college.
In Nebraska?
Yeah, and we became closer when we got out here. And
how long you guys been out? Or
it was 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years now.
3 years for me.
Okay.
And one of the things we talked about is we solely for our show, to be completely honest, we've been wanting to go to one of these influencer parties, creative parties, just to shake hands, and because I'm a people person, I love meeting new people. And
because sliding in DMs isn't really working right now.
And everyone on their bio says, "Hit me up for collabs." Bullshit. You're not. So you
just gotta keep going though, no matter what.
So I just want to go, and that's what we've been trying to do. And when we saw that, I was like, no, this is not how our New Year's is going. No, we need to actually go somewhere fun and let loose. And
it turned out all right. We went to another bar. It was pretty awesome.
Whatever.
I think that night we were I was co-hosting too. It was there was me, Athena G, and shout out to Athena G. She's watching. And Ion. So we had our worlds collide together. So I was just busy like putting that together. So like I wasn't after like I told everybody.
You texted me the next day. I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, man. I was about the phone."
Yeah.
No worries, man. See
I
you
was
when the
busy
show.
posting stories and not even fucking just like.
See you when the show comes around.
Yeah,
definitely.
Here we are.
Nice.
Yeah, but like there'll be more events, and when I have like I got you like on record live, like I'm inviting you guys. Yeah.
I hate to do this, but here's that little 4-second clip that you said. I'm just saying. Cough.
You should DM me with that little clip. Like,
Just so you know. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Before we head to our next segment, I want to go back to that interview thing.
Okay,
What kind of like interview are you just asking people questions or
for the world record?
Yeah, I want to know. Like,
oh
what,
yeah, so like
know,
for
if,
what we so I'm not the one that's interviewing. I'm the one that's producing it.
Okay,
and so it's his name's Mike Live.
Okay,
and he has a show on Dash Radios on every Saturday now, or I don't know what time yet.
Isn't Dash Radio located on Hollywood Boulevard?
It is now.
Okay, I saw that.
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, when I walked by, I saw it.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
It has like lights and LCDs.
It's amazing. It's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
So that's where we're gonna hold it. That's where we got approved for it. So right now from Dash, we're getting approval for what date it's gonna be, if it's gonna be 25th or not. So we're just waiting for that green light.
Of course.
So that's basically where it's at.
Nice.
But that's
so
did you
cool.
ask me how what do we do? Like
how is the
so we have to do
interview,
we have to do unique questions. So like that means we can't. You have to have unique questions, unique answers. So like we're gonna have to do a whole script of like asking unique questions. You can't ask the same question different people with different answers. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing that. So and there's no duration time, but it's just like it's got to be a unique question. Yeah. So like we could be interviewing for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, whatever. But we are averaging that. I think we're gonna have to be interviewing people for like 4 to 5 minutes each. Or less.
Just like calling people, or actually like
no, they have to be live. They're gonna come in live. They're gonna come to the
studio. So and plus you're trying to get a lot of people within 24 hours.
And plus we're gonna make it like a big PR event and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have people from the streets too coming out.
And how many people total are you trying to get?
We're gonna try to 400.
400. That's the goal to beat or make.
That's to shatter.
To shatter.
So like to beat it is like I think 373 or 76, something like that. I forgot. Yeah. But we're gonna do 400.
Oh, you gonna want to get an interview?
Yeah.
Yep. You.
And they give us like restrictions so you could sleep and all that kind of stuff too. And so like we got breaks, but we just have to break that record with interviews. And that's gonna be Mike Live, so he's gonna kill it.
Damn.
So we're gonna get him on a health regimen.
Whoa, yeah, you're going for it.
Yeah, so we're
to make sure this guy can
rest his voice.
Rest his voice.
Do not talk for the next 72 weeks.
Vocal
Shut up. Write it down.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Don't even open up a door. We need your hand, everything.
Like we're gonna have sponsors, so like different tiers. So like we're arranging all that stuff, and we're gonna also try to bring in our local community in Hollywood, embrace the Hollywood community.
That's smart.
So yeah, so like local businesses, creatives, creative agencies around. So yeah, we definitely want to embrace Hollywood because that's the mecca of like entertainment. As far as like, so that's why we're all here. Luckily, I was born and raised here, and he was born and raised in the Valley or Sherman Oaks or something like that.
Same difference.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even though people do be fighting, like, that's not the Valley. This is the Valley. Like, oh, God.
Exactly.
Everything's the Valley. God.
So, yeah, that's what's going to be happening as of now. There's still a lot more developments and announcements, but we've got the green light, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Cool.
Or maybe 2 weeks ago, actually.
All right. Yeah. Now, let's get into our fun fact. So, you told us that you do magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you show us a couple of tricks?
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
What you got up your sleeve?
Yes, what you
I've
got?
not practiced in a long time, so sure, let me...
Watch, he pulls my keys out like, how the fuck did you get that? Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know, what should I do?
All right,
cool. We
got
cards.
these right here. You got
deck of
these right
cards
here.
lying around.
Cool.
Bam.
I don't even know what I'm going to do, actually.
Let's
this is literally on the spot.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So there's cards. There's cards here, guys.
There's cards right here.
Yes. Let's just stay wide.
Oh, because I could talk.
Yeah. So people can just
talk.
See
I'm just gonna see my angles. Okay. So, all right. Cool. So this is here. Cool. All right. So let's see. Do I have to have the mic on?
No. It's
I got you.
Just pick a card.
okay. I'm doing it. Let's see.
we're gonna do something quick, simple. Not gonna go beat on it, and then just give it to him. Make sure he knows. You show the audience. I'm not peeking. I swear, it doesn't even matter if I peek. Cool. Cool. And then just remember your card, right?
Yeah.
It's really important. So, let's see. I'm just gonna give it a little mix. Let's see. And ooh. Cool. You guys remember your card, right?
Yep.
Yes, I
All right,
totally.
cool. Pick a number from there's 52 cards in the deck. Pick a number from 1. Oh wait, no, let's do 20 to 40.
You want to pick?
Pick any number.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah,
that?
say it out loud.
Oh, 32.
Okay. Do you want to change your mind or stick with that?
No, we'll stick with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna cut to about 32. Nope, that's not 32. No, that's not 32 either. 32 from the deck. Oop. Magic,
It's J of Hearts. J of Hearts. J of Hearts, y'all. Yes.
So that
Wow,
was
that's
quick and dirty trick.
Quick and dirty.
quick, simple trick. That
Yeah.
damn. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys are gonna see this. What is camera? Here.
Oh, here you
Oh, 'cause-
go.
Hold on. Let's
There you go.
Click, click. Camera. So. Where is it? Oh, there you go.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. I was a little magician when I was a kid. I haven't practiced in a while, but I'm starting to practice. I want to get back to it.
That's a
one
cool.
of my goals.
That's a cool little talent.
Yeah.
Feel me? Let's
Getting back to skating, magic, myself.
Awesome. I'm glad
art.
to hear that you're
Yeah.
able to get back into skating.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
It's fun. It helps me. It relieves my stress.
You can do tricks and all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shred the gnar.
Do a little grind here and there.
There you go. 360 flip.
All right. Let's get to our trivia game.
Shit, my phone came unplugged.
Oh, trivia games too. That's cool.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah,
we
no,
got you.
wait,
No, I remember 11:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cool. We're fine with it because now we changed.
Okay.
Oh,
All right,
today. Oh man, God rest in the universe my puppy's soul. Like I lost her today all of a sudden, and I had to put her down. We had to put her down. So I was telling that I had to leave earlier to do other things, but it's fine now. Things have changed in the universe from my universe. So yeah, it just came all of a sudden, and we lost one of our family members, and my mom's devastated, and so am I. But luckily, thanks to you guys, it's really. This literally happened maybe 2 hours ago or so, right, Michelle? When was it? 2 hours ago. So you guys are helping me so much, and and I know and I've expressed it to you, but just being on here, I'm so thankful. If
Dude,
not,
thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, I probably would have been home crying or whatever.
Yeah.
Getting triggers, whatever,
Yeah.
but no, I'm here because I didn't want to allow myself for that to happen. I didn't want
To go back to a
go
place.
back to a dark place
Yeah,
or
no.
trigger it. And this definitely was something that would do it. And that was my life. That was my baby. I rescued her, I've had her for I think 7 years or something, or a little less than that. And we rescued her and went back into great health. And then the universe took her back from us, and holy shit! I'm gonna process this
roller
later
coaster,
today,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm still going through so fresh.
Yeah.
So, but I want, long story short, I want to say thank you guys
Yeah.
for what you do, and thank you for having me on here. And I did push later on the time.
Hey,
and
man.
thank you for
Either way, I was gonna get you on the show.
Eventually.
I was gonna be like, hey, all right, we'll reschedule.
We got you.
And he tried to schedule. Yeah.
Be not-
Oh, and I love that.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah, with it.
I can't meet somebody like you, that shares the same interest. Because I moved out here for acting, and I can't meet someone like you, and then it's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Nah,
I appreciate that, brother.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'll
it
let
means a lot.
you have your couple of days. I'm like, all right, cool. See you next week. See you next week.
That's business. Yeah.
See you next week.
Gotta pick your brain.
All right,
let's jump into it.
let's get to it.
Trivia. All right.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
here we play games.
We got a game called Choutrageous. Have you played this game before? Or do you
Chat
know what it
outrageous.
is?
What is it?
Choutrageous.
No.
So basically, we pick a topic. Let's say if the topic is restroom, you guys would guess toilet, sink, water, blah blah blah. You'd shout
Toilet,
things that
paper.
would be things that related to that topic.
Okay.
So that's how it goes.
Okay.
And then I moderate it. So we got some
Everything's
categories
right
up
there.
here. You're the guest. What do you want to What do you want to go for?
All right, so there's Let's Get It On,
Trending now. Be careful. It could literally
Animal
be.
House, So Random. Let's do So Random.
So random.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm a random
that-
mofo.
There's that's
Okay,
interesting. Not too
so
many
we
people-
can always skip a topic if you don't like
Sure.
it. Vacation spots you wish you could go to right now.
that should be easy, right?
Okay, cool.
Unless they're like super specific.
Well, let's give it a try.
Let's go.
All right, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Hawaii.
Japan.
Do
you say it to Korea?
No.
Hawaii.
Korea, Hawaii.
Wait,
Are
do we
they-
do we
are
just
they-
go?
Yeah, you
just
keep
go.
going.
Are they specific?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. Yep.
Okay. Canada.
Yeah, I was about to
Nope.
say that.
What's
Bahamas.
Fiji. So I think that was
The Bahamas, right?
Bahamas.
Fiji,
Yep, Bahamas. There you go.
What is the place in Mexico? Play del Play the Carmel or whatever.
Pollo. Yeah, Playa de. Damn.
Yeah.
okay,
In Mexico.
Let's go next. Playa de something.
Yeah, Playa de
So Mexico, Peru, South America.
Nebraska. Sorry. California.
Yo,
Time is up.
we just
But,
failed, did we?
Oh.
New Zealand, Greece, Italy, France,
Fuck.
Jamaica.
Someone's like, you dummies.
Yeah.
Why did you pick that? I actually like New
Horrible.
Zealand. Gosh darn it.
All right.
All right.
So let's
Okay, I get it now.
go for it again. Famous fictional birds?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Like,
I don't want to do this, but can we just see what it is?
sure.
I just
You
want to
wanna
see.
go-
I just
You
want
want
to
to try? Oh, okay. We'll see what it is.
I just want to see.
Tweety bird.
Bird, big bird.
Oh,
woody
I just
woodpecker.
Oh, they literally meant damn.
Not like
Dumb.
fictional birds that don't exist that are. Okay.
Dumb. Yeah.
I know where your head went, so don't worry. Like, but then I registered. I'm like, oh, there's like Daffy Duck.
I was
but
still
he's not a
like
bird,
late
though.
to the class.
Oh, he is a bird. He's a duck. Ducks are birds.
Interesting.
I'm asking that stupid question. Is a duck a bird?
It's part of the
Things that
part of the
blow.
family.
Things that blow?
It didn't pop
Oh
up.
God.
Hold up.
It didn't pop up. Gotta fix the technology midway.
Boom.
Bam. Things that blow. Okay. All right, let's go.
Go.
All right, here we go. 3.
If
2,
no one's gonna
1,
say, don't
go.
say it.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this one.
I'll give you one. Car air vent.
Whistle.
Oh, ratchets.
Whistle.
Humans. No, okay,
Sluts.
it's not here.
I said whistle.
Whistles.
Yeah.
Steam engines or
trombone. Trombone.
oh
Trombone, no.
damn.
Flute.
another one.
Flute.
Blow dryer, snow blower.
A whistle.
Yeah.
No flutes. No.
Things that blow.
Nope.
Wind.
The other wind.
Okay, cool.
Gosh darn it.
Gusts, the winds, sneeze.
I'll give you one fan.
Oh, okay.
Whistles?
Things that, but they're physically blowing you.
Oh, the last one.
Sounds wrong. I'm correcting you
Kinda dumb
too.
because like leaf blower, air conditioner, bathroom hand dryer, compressed air duster, waiting in line at the DMV. It's like what the
You know, I think what
What?
it is
Like, what the
we're
fuck?
reading this so wrong
It's
that we're just
okay.
like not going
Well,
there.
then we need
Yeah,
to go to
we'll
a
change
different
the category.
topic.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's go to adults only.
Yeah.
Let's get frisky. What to do when your neighbors are having loud sex?
Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Film.
Yeah, you
Snapchat it. Make it a story.
earplugs.
Put headphones on.
Close your windows.
Run the faucet. Bath.
Make a noise.
Shower.
Distract them.
Music.
Yeah,
Disrupt
blast
them.
music.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Join.
Yep, offer to.
There you go.
Yay! Yes! That would never happen to me. Sorry. That was good. That was good. I didn't think that,
That was a
actually
win, no matter what we won. That's our win.
That's our win.
I'll
I'll
give you
take
another one. Have sex yourself.
What?
okay.
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 Masturbation. Fuck. I don't know, dude. I'm. I really know. That was funny. I didn't
What were the
actually
answers? I'm
think
curious.
that was on.
So it was put in the earplugs, turn up the TV,
You said
bang
put
on
in
the
the
wall.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Call the cops. Leave the house.
Call the cops. Wow.
Leave
That
the
would-
house to go into the other house.
Call the cops seems a little
And then
excessive.
go
Yeah.
join it.
Gosh. I'm gonna call the cops because my neighbors are having too much.
All right, let's do one more. Make sure it's good.
Reason-
Reason
this is
she'll
cool.
swipe left on Tinder.
Ooh.
Left is the denied one, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right
Okay.
is Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
that
That does not apply. I don't know, but it kind of does to me.
No, it makes
Righty
sense
pretty,
though.
lefty ugly.
Yeah, let's. You want to do it? You wanna
Sure,
do it?
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right,
Let's
here we go. And also, people who are watching right now are 5 people watching. You can do it in the chat. Help them out. Here we go. 3,
The
2,
people
1.
behind the scenes.
Go.
What was the
Not
question?
attractive. Reason she'll swipe left.
Oh, attractive.
Douchebag.
She'll swipe left.
He's short.
Sounds cocky and bio, so yeah, dude.
He's
that.
short.
No profile picture.
No profile.
short?
No info in the bio.
Under 5 feet.
Yeah.
It doesn't list his height, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
And
hate
pictures
to say
of
this.
multiple other women. Like,
Doesn't post a photo of himself, yeah.
okay, cool.
Oh, yeah, did you say post pics with other girls?
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh God, that's my
Or
sister.
Narcissist behavior, so it's just all selfies. I don't know.
That was like really just detailed.
Only post group photos.
Okay, cool. Parties too much, or
he's not
too mu-
attractive. He doesn't have a good body. I don't know.
No, not smiling pics, I guess.
Okay.
Not really to that. All right, 2 left.
Doesn't have blue eyes.
I don't know.
I swear, if that was an answer, I'd be like,
The
wow.
last one were grammatical errors in bio.
Oh, yeah, that makes
that's
sense.
fair.
But I was-
That's fair.
That's one of the fair. It has
nude
what?
pics? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, totally.
Has what
nude
pics?
without
What?
has nude pics.
Oh, has nude
Because
pics.
girls don't like dick pics. From what I hear.
Says- Who?
From what I hear.
Just
Maybe.
second photo, just a dick.
I guess. I mean, if it's from your significant other, that's a whole different ballgame. But if it's
Yeah.
from like a rando.
Right in your bio. Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Dicks are ugly.
Here's what you get.
Oh my God.
Vaginas
Hell
are
yeah.
beautiful.
Okay. But yeah.
All
that's our
right.
trivia.
God, PG, we got kids watching.
Oh, no.
It tunes in. Oh my God, you guys are nasty. Oh man. Well, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
So, anything you want to leave with the audience?
Yeah, give your last plug.
Oh, yeah. Okay, dope. My Instagram handle goes on there. That's cool.
We got you.
Got my name right, everything. Yeah, my name's Robert Beck, bitch.
Damn.
Put the bitch.
Why? You're right.
Be creative.
Holy shit. Be creative is,
But
you know.
I guess what I want to say last is like I am actively building a creative community and inspiring others to do better for themselves so that in order they could help other people. So if you're about that, go follow my Instagram. I post, I haven't been posting lately, but I will now. Just inspirational quotes, methods of how to get out of depression, how I did at least, health, just inspiring things, random shit, women, anything you think of, anything under the sun. So like, but all I want to say truly is like, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. And just spread love, dude. That's all what it's all about. Like no bullshit. It sounds cheesy and shit, but like real shit. It's like just spread love. Like there's, because if you're doing something else, you're wasting your energy and time. Like, it's bullshit. So stop wasting your fucking time on other people. Just spread love.
Just go fucking around.
Dang.
Get it right.
Get it right. There's nothing for me.
Anything for you? Okay, well, Robert, thank you so much, dude.
Thank you,
Your
guys.
stories are
I
insane.
appreciate
Thank you,
it, man. Yeah.
Definitely.
And for everybody watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We go live every Wednesdays, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We have different guests on. Also, we're doing vlogs now and challenge videos on the streets. We're posting about pretty much 3 times a week now. So
Yeah.
we're getting there. But
God.
thank you guys. We'll see you next time. And as always,
On Dragon Ball Z.
Yo, you got the whole. Yeah, that's cool.